Sorry.
As a quick please, my lord, we just want to put on record that we drew counsel's attention to the statement of Dr. Koza. Two statements actually. Where
Dr. Koza, what about him?
That refutes the version that is put to the witness.
Oh, yes?
Yes, we've drawn those statements to the attention of my colleague.
You've drawn
his attention.
What do you draw from the statement?
Yes. No, we showed him those statements.
To say what?
To say the version that he's putting is being refuted in the statement of Dr. Koza.
Oh, okay, yeah, you must tell the court so that I understand.
Yes,
but you just say you drew attention to the statement. I don't know what.
I'm sorry.
Okay, fine.
Thank you.
Okay.
My lord, the statement, the witness is referred to a statement A9.
A9.
A9 by Longotwala.
Yeah.
The last sentence of the page to the next page. To see paragraph 6, the last page from page 1 to the proceeding to the next page.
6.
Yes, I can see, my lord.
Sorry?
I can see the paragraph.
So, can you see that the statement has been signed, commissioned on the...
I can see, my lord.
Sorry. So, may you please read it on record, Mr. That paragraph 6, proceeding to the next page.
Suddenly at plus minus 2000 hours on 2014-10-26, two unknown boys came in the house. Okay, I had a voice saying, this handwriting.
Yes, I see. It's
your phone and money. Yes.
Yes.
Place your phone and money. Sure. Can someone assist me this handwriting?
Can you see it?
Okay. I then approached one of these boys. I grabbed him and pushed him. He was armed with a revolver. Should I proceed?
Yes, revolver.
Okay, 38 special. I then ran out to look for help.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Jonas. That's what I wanted to put it to you, ma'am, that even Longwe, in his statement, mentioned a 38 special revolver.
Is this the longer who's supposed to have shot the deceased?
I beg your pardon?
Is that the longer who's supposed to have shot the deceased?
That's the
Does he mention it? That he
that's
shot
the version
deceased?
that I put to her.
No. The version you put was that Meyiwa, the deceased, was trying to separate Longwe. Is that the Longwe you're talking
That's
about?
correct, yes.
And Zandi.
And Zandi.
Now, I'm saying, when he says it's a 38, you put credence on that version.
It's about the firearm, man.
Yeah, fine.
Yes.
You remember Mr. Baloyi said you only want to quote half a version. Am I correcting?
Yes.
Quoting you?
Indeed, my lord.
So you just want that portion which says revolver?
Yes.
You don't want the other portion
I think
to be mentioned?
I've got now 3 to 4 statements.
No, fine.
And they are long, my lord, to the extent that if I read all of them.
You're just quoting a snippet.
Yes.
Fine.
On that
No
aspect.
problem.
Thank you, ma'am.
My lord, I'm not the author of the statement, nor did I obtain a statement, my lord, from the witness.
So in the opening clip, Baloyi tries to object profusely, if I might add, to having Mngomezulu read portions of Longwe Twala's statement into the record, but Judge Ratha plays dumb. What do you mean? And, Baloyi had to finally say the sentence, no, we already told him. Dr. Khoza has refuted this evidence with regards to what Longwe said. Judge Ratha said, okay. And then Mngomezulu goes ahead and ignores Baloyi. Okay, he doesn't even address him, flips through his papers and tells Maholo, listen, Sergeant Maholo, can you go ahead and read A9 by Longwe Twala, okay? The bottom statement, and then it is read into the record. I'm not sure why it was read by the interpreter, though, because, by the way, Mzansi, this is from April, okay? We're going back. We're doing some catch-up now that they're in recess. So this was in April 2024. So what I'm not sure about is why the interpreter is the one who was reading the statement, Longwe Twala's English statement, and not Maholo. Why am I asking that? Because Pinky jumped up and down to read the letter to Baloyi by the LPC from Mjiago, or should I say confirming Mjiago's registration. Let me know in the comment section if you know why in this case this was absolutely different, but I digress. Let's go back to the part where Ratha then, after the statement is read, after the portion of the statement is read into the record, and I love what Mngomezulu did there. He's like, we're not going to go through the 12 pages. We're just going straight to what I want on the record, which is the revolver. Okay, Longwe Twala says, I grabbed him and pushed him, and he was armed with a revolver 38 special. I then ran outside to look for help. I never caught on this before. So he says he ran outside to look for help. Did he come back with the help? So he ran outside to look for help, but we don't hear the part of the story where he came back. We hear the part of the story where he shows up in the hospital, and also Mngomezulu says he's been shot, but that is alleged at this point. We'll wait for that cross-examination to find out what's going on. Now, it's what Judge Ratha said next that is really alarming. He said, is that the Longwe who is supposed to have shot the deceased? And Mngomezulu says, yes, that's him. And Judge Ratha continues to say, I'm not sure if that was sarcasm or this was purely 50 years of experience talking. Does he mention it, that he shot the deceased? Mngomezulu goes, we're just talking about the 38 revolver. What are you talking about? I am just bringing to the record the 38 revolver. And I think that response was absolutely appropriate. But I want you to pay attention as we continue throughout this video. Pay attention to Mngomezulu, his eyes. Okay, it looks like he's straining his eyes. And I want us to compare this later in the video to how Judge Ratha treats Mngomezulu versus how he treated Pinky. Okay? Let's continue on.
My Lord, this is a new exhibit that we are introducing. It is a letter from the LPC.
This is from the Gauteng Provincial Office, Legal Practice Council. It then gives us the address. The letter is dated 20 June 2024 and addressed to Advocate Baloyi. It then says to whom it may concern.
Objection, my Lord. This letter is not written by this witness and is addressed to Mr. Baloyi. On what basis is this witness introducing this evidence now on record?
Of Tumelo Madlala's statement in paragraph 5. In page 2 of paragraph 5. The same statement was commissioned. It's A10. Tumelo Madlala's statement, paragraph 2, page 2 in paragraph 5.
Paragraph?
It's paragraph 5 of page 2. May I refer you to page 2, A110, 110. It's the same person, Tumelo Madlala, in paragraph 4.
A110, yeah.
A110, not A10. The first one I said A10, now this one is A110. In paragraph 4. Sorry, my lord, there's pressure on this eye.
There's what?
There's pressure. There's,
On whose eye?
for this eye, a lot of pains now.
So?
No, I will proceed with this one, but just to indicate it that there's
You
a
want us to
problem that
adjourn?
I'm having. We can only do these statements then, my lord, so that I can attend to this. It's too much pressure. It's paragraph 4.
I can see paragraph 4, my lord.
Can you please read it for me, if Mr. Jonas can?
Okay. Paragraph 4 reads as follows. On A10 statement, I indicated to the police officer who was taking my statement that the firearm which the suspect was carrying was a firearm with a wheel in the middle. I didn't say the firearm was a 30.38 special. I think the police officer, with his knowledge of firearms, made conclusion that the firearm I was referring to in my explanation was a .38 special.
Thank you. This is also what I wanted to place it on record.
What
My
does that
lord,
mean?
this is not-
Sorry? Okay. Yeah, okay, answer.
Oh, my lord, this is not my statement, and I did not obtain the statement from the witness.
It's not your statement.
Why is it that Judge Rata seemed a little bit overly enthusiastic that Sergeant Mahola said that it is not her statement? And, you know, with regards to Tumelo's statement that was just read into the record, where he describes the firearm that the alleged intruders had, but he says he is not the one who defined it or named it as a .38 revolver, because he wouldn't know that. It was probably the policeman using his knowledge. But I pause here to say, did you guys notice how Mngomezulu literally asked the judge, literally informed the judge that, hey, I have pressure in my eye, I'm having some difficulty. But we already saw that if you watch from the beginning, you can see that he is struggling with reading. He can barely see. And then he mentions it to the judge that there is pressure. And the judge says, whose eye? And Mngomezulu says, I'm going to continue reading these statements, but I would need to attend to this because it's getting, there's a lot of pressure in my eye. And there is no empathy, sympathy, any of the sort from Judge Rata. He literally keeps quiet and keeps it moving. So, it feels like the defense has to trench through. Okay, this is a war zone. They just got to keep their boots on and keep on marching. Whereas if you remember, Pinky, literally the whole of June belonged to Pinky. First she was sick. They took about 5 days away so that she could recover with the cough. And then when she came back, a few days went by. And then next thing, again, they had to adjourn early because Pinky was coughing again whilst reading those phone numbers into the record. And then finally, on the very last day, last week on Friday, Pinky started coughing again. The Isbanda immediately asked for a recess, an adjournment, and Judge Rata granted it without hesitation or perjury. What are your thoughts on that? Do you see the absolute difference? I remember when he first granted the adjournment for the 5 days, he pulled out the book and he read the law and how it's in the witness's constitutional right that, and it's also in the interest of justice, that the witness be allowed time to recover so that she can come back. But with regards to Mngomezulu, he just ignored him. If you notice the same thing as well, let me know in the comments section down below your thoughts on this. But let's go on and see how Advocate Mngomezulu trenches through with his eye that has a lot of pressure on it.
For 18.6 kilometers.
Oh, yes. Excuse me. We then have Groot Street at
Can we give you some time?
yes, please.
Can we just adjourn for 15 minutes? 12 minutes past 11. 11, 12.
Let's come back at 11:30.
Well, it seems you cough, you get an adjournment. But if your eyes are under pressure, you must work through the pain, okay? You must work through the pain. Now, you see it for yourself. There was no objection, no question. The adjournment was granted with immediate effect. Mzansi, let me know in the comment section if you believe this was fair, or is it that some organs are more equal than others?
This statement, Tumelo was describing the type of a firearm that those people were in possession of. When he was giving that description of the firearm, the police officer that he was narrating it to is the one who concluded that it was a 38 special.
Lana uTumelo yena wayechaza ke isibhamu lesi yena ke athi labantu babesiphethe iphoyisa ke lona ekuyilona elalibhala elathi uma lichaza isibhamu leso ke lasithatha njenge 38 special.
I cannot comment, my lord, because it's not my statement.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes.
My lord, I was requesting the matter to stand down until tomorrow.
You want us to stand down until?
Tomorrow.
What's the problem, Mr. Mngomezulu? What is your problem?
My problem, my lord, is this eye.
What about the eye?
I have to put the drops, so I didn't bring my drops.
What are your drops? Cypher blue?
Yes.
I've got cypher blue.
Okay, may I have it, my lord? Sorry.
Hello, Rose. On that. Come right, I'm drawing ill. What else do you want? I'm also a doctor, by the way.
Insist, man. Because it's painful, this thing. Yeah? Ngazange ngithela ama-drops. These are mistakes. You want me to go on? Which one? Mr. Sibanda has given me the same medication. May I request?
What is it? It's not hygiene, is it?
Fusion optic.
Fusion optic.
Yeah.
You can go outside and apply it.
Yes.
We'll wait for you. What does that eye fusion do to your eyes? There's nothing like that. Pain. They just they clear your veins. If you have red eyes because of whatever, overreading. But when you have a pain in your eye, you must go and see an optician. There's no siyavuma madoda une pain ehlweni vumani madoda siyavuma. An optometrist, then you go and see an optometrist when Mr. ngeke kulaphe lento le.
Ophthalmologist.
No, it's not an ophthalmologist, an optometrist. You don't. There's a difference between the two. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So can you go on now?
Yes, I can go on. At least it's subsiding.
Okay.
Ma'am, now let's get into, it has been placed on record, and I'm going to prove in defense that a firearm that was used to
No,
kill-
it's already used muti. That one is not muti.
No, it's fine. Is 38 revolver special.
Yeah.
And that 38 revolver special did not leave the cartridges on the floor when those shots were fired.
My Lord, according to my knowledge, as I said, there were instances where Brigadier Kinenda would brief me, and maybe other documents will be brought under my attention. But what I know, my Lord, is that it's not a 38, it's 90 millimeter, my Lord, according to the ballistic expert.
Okay, are you done?
I'm done.
May I put another question? Before the inception of this trial, did you have an opportunity as the investigating officers to interview the state witnesses, including the officers that attended to the scene on the 26th of October 2014? I'm referring to Sergeant Mtetwa and Matebula. Have you interviewed them?
My Lord, I have never interviewed them.
As the investigating officer, what was your role? What was your role in terms of the statements that I'm putting to you? What is your role? What was your role during the investigation?
My Lord, I have led evidence, my Lord, on my role on this matter.
Sergeant Mteto, who attended the scene, he made two statements. There's a statement he made, I think at 12 o'clock, after he attended the scene. The statement was half made in the house, and he finalized the statement at the police station. But he gave evidence relating to the crime scene. And the second statement was also made in 2018 by Mteto again. I'll tell you what is in those statements. When he attended the scene, he told his court that there was a lady, after he received a complaint, him, Mtetwa, and other two students, they attended the scene. Upon their arrival, they saw a lady. The lady told them that they went to the direction, pointing at the direction of a park. Are you aware of that?
My Lord, as I've said, there is a role which I have played, my Lord, with regard to this matter. And there are things which I know, there are things which I do not know, my Lord, simply because they were not brought into my attention.
According to Mtetwa, I'm putting this to you as the investigating officer in this case, which I presumed that you had this knowledge. But I'm drawing to your attention to the fact that when they arrived, they found Themba Khumalo, who is the brother of Ma Khumalo, the mother of Sandy and Kelly. They found that man who actually opened for them to enter the house. And when they entered the house, they found a crutch and a head on the floor. Do you know about that?
My Lord, as I'm saying, if maybe you want me to open the statement, maybe you can refer to the index of the statement so that I can maybe refresh on what is on the statement, my Lord, because there's a lot of volumes, my Lord, on this case. So I cannot really comment as you are saying, because sometimes you put things which are not proper. So I don't want to say yes, I know, whereas maybe there's somewhere where you have twisted.
But I'm still perusing the statement. I just want to tell you that I'm a court official. I have no reason to misdirect this court. I have a fiduciary duty. Just a moment, my Lord. May I just check there are two statements of Sergeant Mteto, one for 2014 and one for 2018.
As a good please, my Lord, I know we've allowed my learned friend to refer to the statements, but these witnesses have testified. We submit that the proper way is to refer to the relevant portions of the evidence and to cross-examine on that, and not on the basis of the statement which might have been qualified in places.
Yes, Mr. Mngomezulu.
My Lord, the witness has indicated that she did not interview Mr. Mteto, and she did not make the statement. And the relevant part of it is what we are seeking to do now, as the witness is asking me to refer her to that particular section. If, as they are still looking for the statement. Yeah.
Sorry, Mr. Mngomezulu, what, this question, what is it in aid of?
Sorry,
Of
ma'am.
saying Miss Molefe, I think that witness is Molefe. Miss Molefe. As Mtetwa and his colleague were coming
Yes.
towards the Kumalo house.
When they entered the house, my
Yes,
Lord.
when they entered the house.
Yes.
But you were
Yes.
putting it to her that Mtetwa was told by this Molefe, Miss Molefe, that two people came out running towards the park.
Correct, madam.
What do you want us to understand by that?
No, I was just narrating the statement towards the question I'm going to ask.
Yeah.
The question that I'm asking to the witness in relation to a particular paragraph is that when Mtetwa entered the house,
Yeah,
these are the objects or the exhibits they found.
yeah, fine.
And I'm going to demonstrate that there were no cartridges or any projectiles that were found at that time on the first
Oh,
visit.
I see, they were planted.
Yes, that's what I'm driving to.
Oh, I see, okay, fine, let's hear you. I recall Mr. Numalo saying there was a cartridge or a bullet
That one is in paragraph
which was planted.
14 of Mr. Ngumalo's cross-examination.
That's so,
And
okay.
paragraph 12 and 13 was cross-examination of Advocate Mngomezulu. Then he made a qualification in terms of paragraph 14.
Okay.
And the court intervened by saying, if he says, because something was deleted there, when they talk about a bullet found on the top of the sink, and Mr. Mtetwa corrected it by saying next to the kitchen, sorry, not next to the sink. So there are two contrasting statements.
No, it's a cupboard, it's not a sink.
Yes, it's just that my memory, because I'm relating this from what I've read.
Me, I know the evidence, cupboard.
Yes,
And then there were some jars there.
that's
Jugs.
correct. Which were not seen. On the
Yes.
first visit.
Yes.
Yes. So what I'm putting to you, ma'am, is that satisfy yourself with that statement, but I'm not going to mislead the court, is that when he entered for the first time, 2020, which page is that? Paragraph. So, which statement is this? Can you see? When, ma'am, that statement actually entails that no projectile was found on the first visit of Sergeant Mteto. They entered the house. What they found, they saw the containers of liquor, the crutch, and the head, and did not mention anything about a bullet found at their first visit. And then they left to the hospital.
One thing the recess is good for is taking the time to go back and refresh our memories. I absolutely missed this the first time, where Maholo says, well, you see, you have a problem of not putting things proper, and I don't want to say yes, and I know. I don't want to say yes, I know, whereas there is something where you have twisted the information. The liver. How brave is she to say that in a court of law? Mngomezulu says, I am a court official, okay? I have no reason to misdirect this court. I have a fiduciary duty. And not only that, afterwards, Judge Ratha also recites some of the officer's testimony from memory. I mean, if there's one thing I have learned is that, wow, you have to keep everything up front, okay? Recent memory, because you would need to tie in this and this and this. And Ratha even remembered the witness by name. Very, very interesting point. Mzansi, so this also brings as a refresher as well why the defense and the state are not agreeing on what the state witness said with regards to their ballistic evidence. So the defense team is what? The defense team is bringing in their own ballistic expert because the state is saying it is a 9mm revolver, and the defense is saying, oh no, it is a 38mm special. So let me know in the comment section down below some of the things you are looking to find out when the defense brings their ballistic expert. And that is it from me today. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you noticed in this video, and I'll catch you on my next upload. Please, before you go, remember to like this video. Remember to like this video, and let me say it one more time because it's so important to me. Remember to like this video, subscribe, and definitely share it so that more people get to watch these videos while we wait for the court to reopen. Thanks for watching.